Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody is having a great evening this evening. Listen to a little Johnny and the Pistols as we get people in here. Welcome, Tiffany. Jamie, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. This is Cannabis Strategies 101 with Professor Fields on the Mother Plant Network, scheduled from 9 to 10. Want to welcome everybody in. Want to mention our sponsors. I hope you're enjoying our music and enjoy our music. That is our musician, our resident sound maker, Johnny Randolph. See his stuff on SoundCloud, Johnny and the Pistols, Pistils for Flower, Johnny and the Pistols. Lots of songs, songs for personalities here on the Mother Plant as well. So Johnny keeps us legal and gets us by. Hey, Robin. Uh, Family, I want to introduce Robin Selick, our contractor for the Mother Plant. Robin, no job is too big or small. Robin can handle just about any of it. Give him a call and he can get with you on when and where and how much. His number, 405-404-1636. 405-404-1336. Robin Selick. All right. As I say, this is the Mother Plant Network. Our editor-in-chief, Billy Dunn, he'll come on after we finish our show tonight. I really don't know what we're going to talk about tonight. I've been a little unprepared. Uh, Today has been hotter than hell. I've been chasing the sprinklers, but I had the opportunity to spend some time with my son and just sit and visit. So I really haven't prepared much for tonight. So if somebody can topics, we can have an open mic and go from there. Y'all kind of guide me because honestly, I have not prepared for tonight. So I don't have a topic prepared previously. I have been posting on several topics across the web. Big one is testing, materials testing, and different types of tests and what they read and how they read. So one of the things I've been posting about. I've also been posting a lot about neurochemistry and how the endocannabinoid system works and how medicine affects it and what it does for us. Been a lot of new research articles on there. Those are all posted on my page. If you get a chance, go check them out and see what you can find on my page that is of interest. I guarantee there's a lot of information put out there. Some of it disease specific, some of it just general treatment information. So maybe everybody would find something. Yes, sir. The contractor song. Not a problem. Karen, welcome. Rusty, welcome. Glad to see you. Glad y'all were able to make it tonight. Let's say really just an easy night. I was not prepared with the topic. I got to spend some time with my son, sitting and talking and watching a TV series that he's into, and it not bad. Was enjoyable to watch with him and sit and talk. Uh, Always enjoy the time I get to do that with him. So that was big. Hey Raymond, glad to see you. There you go, Raymond. There you go, Robin. Your song. Hey Raymond, we need to get together and talk about maybe one day this week for a show on ADHD. I would love to have you here or online with us either way, whichever way would work for you, sir. But I would love to have you involved. Uh, Reach out to me, please. I know you didn't call me again today. That's all right, brother. Let's get it done. We've got several people requesting it, and I want to make sure you're involved in the discussion. I want you actively involved in the discussion, sir. You have a lot of important information to present, real life experience that few can present. So I want you involved. You're watching Ready to Learn. Mike, what would you like to learn tonight? As I say, I was not prepared. I didn't get everything done prepared with the topic. I got a chance to spend some time with my son. It's not often I get a chance to spend time with my son just doing nothing but sitting around watching a little TV and talking. And I got the opportunity to do that, so I didn't get an opportunity to prep my class. And I apologize. I will try to make it up to you, Michael. I will. Uh, what would you like to discuss tonight? And I'm sure I can pull together some research real quick or some information if I don't already have it. But I would love to address a question specifically from you, sir. So please let me know. And Raymond, no, you didn't call me again, so you need to. Mr. Ross, glad you have joined. Glad you joined us. How is your grandparent, wasn't it? It was having some issues. Are they doing all right, sir? Uh, Parent, grandparent, uh, not sure which, but if I remember right, it was one of them. So please, how are they doing, sir? We would appreciate it. Let us know. Robin, everybody in your house doing all right? I really have been out of touch. Haven't talked to anybody all day about anything. I didn't attend any of the broadcasts today. I didn't make any comments or anything else. I really have been out of touch today. So please fill me in. And Raymond, don't feel bad. Billy hasn't called me either, and he requested that we do one day at his house, uh, that he be on, and one day we do one day at his house. So we're going to have to get that set up, but he hasn't called me either. So we will get it done. Must not be too urgent. You know how that goes. All right, guys. Cannabis Strategies 101 with Professor Fields. I'm glad you're here. This is episode 14 of our discussion, and we're talking about incorporating cannabis into our daily life, into our health and wellness in our daily life. For whatever the reason we're going to incorporate cannabis, that's what this is about, is strategies to incorporate it into our normal daily life. We've had questions about the high and how to get around the high. So we try to address those and get the right information to people so they can get ready. We talk to those that are there to want the high and that the THC works specifically for their condition on how to get more and get a higher level, get better application. It all depends upon your needs, how you go about getting it. So we want to address those. Billy Dunn, what are we going to talk about, brother? April Gaddy, I am sorry to see you're not feeling well. Jamie, for nausea, what would I suggest for nausea? Uh, heavier indicas tend to work better for nausea. Hybrids, some of them work real well. The Gorilla Glue strains, Purple Gorilla, Platinum Gorilla, whatever Gorilla, they tend to work fairly well for nausea. Girl Scout cookies works okay, or some of the cookies work okay for nausea. So any of those might be something you would try for nausea. Yeah, it's been kind of a rough last couple days. I'm sorry April's not feeling well. I hope she feels better quickly, and I'm sorry you're sore. Sounds like you might need to rub a little Cannabis on your on your muscles. Try to get rid of that soreness before another hard day tomorrow, brother. Skyla, welcome. Heather, welcome. How easy would it be? I was in health compliance. I was in uh, uh, regulatory compliance in previous in a previous life. I did do regulatory compliance in a regulated industry, and information security compliance was one of those things that we did have to worry about. Uh, if somebody wanted to steal patient information, it wouldn't be a problem for them to do it, unless somebody is actually watching them for that specifically. It wouldn't be a problem at all. You just write it down, make a copy, walk away with it. One of the carbons disappears. That's really how easy it is to get that information out. Uh, by information, steal somebody's information. All they need is a name, birth date, social security number, and patient ID number would give them a little more information into the hospital system. They could get all the health information, health insurance information. That's all right there in the system. They can just print all that off on one page, just like when you go to the doctor, all that's printed off on one page for you. So they literally could just print it off on one page. If they're working off of a laptop, they can save it to file and put it all, save it to file, and then when they get wherever they want, they punch a button to do print. If they wanted to steal the information, uh, that's one of those things that you have to worry about with information security. That's why everybody has a password. That's why everybody has to follow those password compliance issues. That's why it logs out on you when you are sitting there because you sat too long, you didn't respond. Or even if you are typing, and every 3 or 4 minutes you have to retype your password because that's the rules. Working within state data systems, quite often, right in the middle of doing whatever it was I would do, I would have to re-log in because I had been logged off because my account was inactive. Now, it didn't matter that I was typing. I had not entered a file or changed page in so long that it decided I got logged out, and it logged me out automatically. And that happened fairly regularly because I wasn't making changes pages. I was working on documents within the system. I was saving data within the system. I was creating files within the system for the agencies that I was working with. So all of that stuff just takes time. And if you log out and you don't give the response that they want within a certain amount of time, they will log you out of the system and force you to log back in. So information security is a big one. But when you're working in a small agency, a small doctor's office, most of them, while yes, they are going to follow HIPAA and they're going to be protective of patient information, if somebody on the inside wanted the information, they just copy it. That's how easy it is, Billy. It's not a big, hard thing. Heather Hutchinson, actually, yes, there has been some people who had seizures from it as an allergic reaction, systemic allergic reaction to it. So yes, I have heard that there have been some, but they are very few, and it is truly an allergic reaction. It is not a side effect of the cannabis. They are actually having an allergic reaction and having seizures from it. At least that's what the one research study that I did read about said. Skyla, welcome. Hope you come back. Hope you find that this is something of interest. Johnny, welcome. Jeremy, welcome. tack a picture. Where do I want to tack a picture? What the hell am I listening to? That's not Johnny. Hold on. Why am I not getting Johnny? There. Glad to have you, Jeremy. Glad you were able to attend. Yeah, no, Billy, it would not be a good place for somebody who was already convicted of using patient info. Just as I've said many times, we don't put child molesters back into the daycares to care for them. As a patient care provider, should I violate patient confidentiality? Should I violate the rules and get caught? I go to jail. I get fined. I lose my license. That's how important it is. I could literally end up in jail, but I'm not about to do that. I would not violate patient confidentiality. That's not something very serious to take into effect when we do this to patients, when we gather patients' information. Uh, when I'm working with the patient, I get some very detailed and specific information. Uh, I don't ask for their social. I don't need it. When I was doing ambulance, yeah, I needed it. When I was on the ambulance, I needed payment information. I wanted to get paid. I need insurance information. So, I needed to collect that. That was part of what I collected. But in today, I don't do that. But I don't ask. I may ask for your age, but I don't want your birth dates. I don't want all that information. I don't want to have to be responsible for that information. I'm not going to share it. But if it's written down somewhere, if I have it written down, it's potentially dangerous. So I don't want it written down. I don't want to know it. I ask you how old you are. I'm going to want a general age. I don't want the exact month and day. Just, you want to tell me you were born in the summer of 72? Okay. That's great. It gives me a general age. Uh, but I don't want specific information because I don't want to be accused of anything. I don't want to be accused of any of that. That's not appropriate. You don't put people who do those kinds of things back in positions that can do those kinds of things. We don't. We don't send people who abuse patients. We don't put them back in patient care roles. We don't put child molesters back in the daycares to work. Uh, you've committed theft of drugs from a healthcare pharmacy or from a patient. We don't put you in a role where you can have access to that anymore. So if somebody has admittedly done fraud, fraudulently used information, diverted information for fraudulent use, then yeah, very much so. They should not be back in that position under any circumstances. I don't care if that's their chosen field or where they want to be. They should not be back in that position. They're not trustworthy. Could they earn that trust over the years? Maybe. There's some places, some ways you just don't lose trust. Once you lose it, you don't earn it back. It doesn't grow back. You lost your hymen, it doesn't grow back. I'm sorry. Thank you, Billy. Right into one of my pet peeves. You are just getting people started. Me, for one, Billy. That's okay, brother. That's okay. Uh, No, I've got the face for radio, Johnny, not you, brother. I was just giving you shit. As I say, that came from a person with a face for radio. Mr. Grumpy reminded me of that the other day, that I have a face for radio. Uh, that's thank you. I thank you for that. It works. Uh, okay, let's go smoke some Cincy Star. Works for me. Brandy Nicole, welcome. If I could keep it on the channel, Jamie, it'd be great. My phone keeps wanting to skip channels. Heather, did you have do you have seizures before? Do you treat for seizures with your cannabis? Is that part of the reason that you utilize cannabis? I appreciate you trust me with it, Jeremy, but I'm not in a position where I need it. If I was, I'd appreciate that you trust me with it. If you utilize daily and only have it on occasion, no, it wouldn't really be considered an allergic response. I saw that, Raymond. I hope we get them soon. I keep inviting everybody I can. Robin, congratulations to you and April turning 40. It's not that bad, brother. Trust me. Been there, done that. Uh, 40 is not that bad. I kind of enjoyed 40. Do it, Raymond. Let's get that 3,000 followers, brother. A big bump after the new late night show. There you go, Johnny. New late night show with Johnny Randolph. Yeah, we need Johnny actually on when you play that song. Need Robin on, Johnny. Need him on. There need to be more emojis. Well, thank you, Jeremy, brother. What's that? Yeah, Tina. Sorry. I apologize for a poor choice of words. Uh, Probably something I should not have used. Kind of once the cat's out of the bag, it doesn't get back in. Uh, this topic, probably a poor choice of words. I apologize. Heather, do you have any feeling that these seizures are coming on? Do you have any forewarning that you're fixing to have a seizure before that happens? Mr. Collins, glad to see you here. Hey, Charlie, glad to see you, brother. Join in. Yes, Chappie Dunn died. Now they're making a new one. But it won't have Chappie in it. Chappie, be gone. Unless they go like what the other one did, they go back before to the first one and make a prequel instead of a sequel, make it a prequel. They've done it with other franchises. Why not this one? Did you find anything in there, Johnny? Hey, Andrew, glad to see you, brother. Welcome. Really tonight, I'm sorry, guys. Topics are Slim, let's get a topic. I did not prepare. I'll be honest, I did not prepare. So let's find a topic. Remember, this is Cannabis Strategies 101 with Professor Fields on the Mother Plant Network. We have music from Johnny Randolph on SoundCloud, Johnny and the Pistols. And we have our contractor sponsor. We have Mr. Robin Selig at Selig Construction. No job too big or small. Give him a call. Number 405-404-1636. Thank you for joining in tonight, guys. Let's discuss a little topic here. Probably my hymen topic was a little off color and not appropriate. We probably should have used other words. It was all that came to mind as I'm sitting there fuming on the topic, so I apologize. That's a very hot button topic for me. I mean, people who are providing care for others are bound. We have certain rules and rules and requirements. I mean, basic rules and requirements. We don't give our patients up. We take care of our patients. We don't give their information up. I don't make it easy for anybody to harass my patients. I don't make it easy for anybody to get my patient information, and to include police officers. I don't specifically try to block them, but I don't make it easy for them either. And I have been known to block once in a while. I've had have camera crews that the only thing they got out of the camera was my ass up against the window as they were trying to film my patient. You don't do that shit. There's some privacy rules about that. We have rules. We take care of our patients. I don't have to like my patient. He could be the biggest maggot in the world, but I have to take care of him. And I have to provide him appropriate care. It has to be the right care and appropriate care. And I can't screw around with his information or anything else because I took an oath to take care of people. I took an oath when I became licensed to provide care. There were some things along with that went along, and one of them was, I honestly care about my patients. I want to help my patients. I don't want to hurt my patients. It doesn't matter who they are. I don't have to like them personally. They're patients. At the time I take care of them, they're patients, and we don't fuck with their information. We don't give their information up. We don't give their information over. If somebody wants to take it after we let it go, that's their choice. But I can guarantee you that I'm not giving patient information to anybody but those in progressive care of the patient, which would be the unit clerk or the nurse at the hospitals. I turn them over. So they'll be the ones getting the information and going from there. But we don't share information with other people. If a police officer wants the information, he has to go on the unit clerk and get it. He has to get it from her for the simple reason because I can't give it to him. The hospital can. They give him my information. I can't give it to him. I have to get all kinds of releases and everything else done. It involves supervisors and the whole bit. I can't give it to him. But he can get it from the hospital without a problem. So, I mean, you don't put people in those positions once they've proven not to be trustworthy. You don't continue to put them in a position that requires them to be trustworthy. Maybe after years and years and years. And, one of the points she made is right. We all have past. Every one of us have past. And we admit our past. I have past. And I admit my past. I was young and dumb and stupid and I fucked up. It is what it is. For my mess up, for my indiscretion, I got a prison sentence. I got to spend 7 years for 3 charges of assault. Wasn't a fun time. Wasn't an easy time. Got lucky. Got some good time. Got out early. That's nice. Did some easy time as far as that goes. Got really lucky. Just happened to fall in the right places, right time, however that goes, whatever. It wasn't hard. I got lucky. A lot of people out there serving hard time. I was lucky, and it wasn't hard. So, but yeah, we all have past. I admit my past. I don't try to hide it from people. If they ask, I will tell them. Do I volunteer it? No. If I'm asking for employment, do I volunteer it? If asked, yes. I try to wait until I'm asked. Uh, I list it on resumes. I don't list it on a resume. I list it on applications when it asks. Most of the time, I just say it's not applicable. It's been almost 40 years. It's not applicable. 40 years ago, I decided to get in trouble. 40 years ago, I decided to get stupid. That's not who I am today. Nowhere close. I've done my time. I moved on. Had to work as a medic. I had to obtain special permission from licensure board. I had to request from the licensure board, who came interviewed me, and then made a decision to allow me to get my license. Every time my license advanced, I have to reapply through that board, the oversight board, to get approval to advance my license. So I had to do that throughout the whole process of advancing my license. Uh, my employers knew when they asked, because I told them about it, and I asked, how far back their background check goes. Most of them don't go that far, and which was okay. At one point they did go that far back in the 80s. They did go back that far. Most of them after that didn't. But it happens. We all get those. We've all got past. It's not who we are unless we continue with that stuff. I admit it. I admit and go on and move on. But we all have a past. That number that I'm assigned continues on in my head today. I haven't forgot it more than 40 years. I haven't forgot that number. It's burned in my brain. 6 digits burned in my brain. I know where the digits are now, but I'm 6. It was still at 6, uh, and it's just gone to 6 when I was there. So it's been a while. Uh, I love you guys. Like I say, I don't try to deceive. That's more about me and what's going on. I promised to try to have an interview with Hooligan and give him a little background into me and my issues and how I treat my issues. Uh, maybe we can get that accomplished this week. I don't know. Maybe next week after the talk. Tina, I'm sorry for the off-color remark. We were talking about the fact that it doesn't grow back. Once it's gone, it's gone. Uh, Once you do it, you can't reverse it. There are some things in life that just don't get reversed. They don't grow back. Thank you. That sounds more like a full-blown seizure, not related to the cannabis. Uh, Sounds like something that's actually going on and not a side effect of the cannabis. Heather, have you seen a physician about this? Have you talked to a physician about this? I'll be real honest. I'm going to refer you to a physician first, and then after you see the physician and do treatment for the seizure, if that's what they've decided it is, then you need to utilize the cannabis in your system. But it's about using that physician for what he can offer as well as the cannabis to make it up. Some of us have been able to take and just do cannabis to treat our issues. We've been lucky. However, there are some issues that I can't just use cannabis to treat. I have a heart condition that I have to take meds the rest of my life. I can't get off of them. My body will not work appropriately if I get off of them. So I can't get off of them. But that I have to take my meds, so I have to stay up with my docs. So I have to, let my docs know what's going on. If you're having these kinds of symptoms, this is a seizure. This is an aura before a seizure. This is the knowing that a seizure is coming on. and you need to take action to prepare yourself for that seizure. But you also need to contact your physician afterwards and utilize your physician and the potential for anticonvulsants, maybe some that are not quite as strong at a lower dose because you are utilizing cannabis. But talk to your physician about it. Make sure your physician knows that you utilize cannabis on a daily basis. He may have some suggestions for you for type and strength and how much to use. You never know. Some of these docs have paid to put the time in and made the effort and actually do have some knowledge about it. There's a lot that don't, but there are some that do. But that sounds more like just a full-blown seizure. Carla, welcome. Glad to have you come in. Krista, glad to have you. I'm not a hero, brother. I'm just here trying to do a job. Very true. It's all a matter of whether you learn from your mistakes or not, Heather. It truly is. Uh, However, as I pointed out, we don't put a child molester uh, back in the nursery to work. We don't send him back to the nursery to work. We try to keep him away from places like that. If somebody has been convicted of stealing patient information, of stealing information fraudulently, defrauding people, if we got somebody convicted of doing that, you don't put them back in a position where that's what they can do again. You just don't do it. Doesn't matter whether they've learned their lesson or not. Why would you put them back in that position? And I'm not talking about a position where just on occasion they get information, but where they get the information all the time, where they're right up in the information. If you own a business that deals in employment, you deal in people's information. If you own a business that deals in healthcare and takes payments from patients, you deal in patient information. Uh, why would somebody that was convicted of fraud or stealing patient information be back in a position to do that? Why do we allow that and support that happening? But we wouldn't allow the child molester back into the nursery to work, would we? Certainly not if that was the type of child he liked to molest. We wouldn't want him there. You don't put the drug addict back in the pharmacy to work. You don't give the drug addict access to drugs. If you want him to change, you don't do that. You don't give them what they need. You don't put them back in the position and say, well, they're not going to use. Well, he's been to rehab. He's not going to use. They're just drugs laying around. Let's put him to work in a methadone clinic, and he'll be fine. He won't use. He'll be fine. Just because he used to use doesn't mean he will again. Well, why would you even put yourself in that position, a position to fail? It doesn't make sense that we would put them there, number one, or that they would go there, number two, to do that. It just doesn't make sense. You shouldn't be put in those positions. You don't put a thief back in the position to steal again. You don't put a drug addict back in a position to utilize drugs again. They could utilize drugs anywhere, truly they could. But you don't just put them out where they're out there freely for them to take and say, oh, he'll be okay. He won't take. Bullshit. It's out there. He's going to take it. Uh, think about it. You would take it if you were in that position. You would take it if it was just laid out there on the counter and you knew what it was. It's laid there on the counter. You would take it if you were in that position. Let's be honest. People who have demonstrated certain types of behaviors, uh, we know that they're going to do it again. It's just a matter of time. Why would you do it to start with? Why would you lie? If you did it, why would you lie to start with? Why would you lie? Why would you defer? When questioned about it, why would you defer? You didn't deny, you deferred. Uh, I'm sorry, doesn't pass the smell test. To me, it doesn't pass my smell test. Not in a position to have my information. I'm not going to put her in a position to have my information. I'm not going to deal with her. I'm not going to deal with it at all. Uh, but I'm not naming it. So I'm sorry, guys. You're right, Krista. I don't want to know. Hey, Casey, welcome. I believe you, Robin. The past is our past are what make us part of what make us what we are today. Our response to those issues we've had in the past. Raymond, you're going to come up as TMP. Okay, brother. Heather, I would talk to your physician. I'm sorry I was not able to give you more help than that. Please talk to your physician about the seizures. Those sound like true seizures coming on. And it sounds like that they'll give you some warning. So apparently maybe you need some medication to go along with the cannabis. And sometimes that's what we need. Maybe it would be a lower dose of medication with the cannabis working with your medication. Maybe we need to talk about things that are best for uh, sore muscles and such as that from your cannabis strains that work well with muscle pains and soreness that you get from the seizures. Something to think about. Let us know as you go on, Heather, please. Keep us informed. Let us know how things go. If we can help, let us know, please. What are we doing? LMF in facts? Thank you, Heather. Facts what? What are we talking about, facts? See, okay, Billy, we'll see you in about 15 minutes. Yeah, great show. Just kind of by the seat of my pants. I know, Krista. It's been a lag, too. It's been a terrible lag. Uh, we've been chasing music all over. Wait till the music decides to change to something else, too. So we'll get something else on music, and I'll have to chase it down. Yeah, the deflection is what got me, Jeremy. Oh, I own it. It's mine. I can't do anything with it. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I did it. I got over it. I survived it. I moved on. It's just the way it is. Chris, I had years where it didn't matter anything that could go up my nose went up my nose, and it didn't matter what it was. Crank, cocaine, crystal, it didn't matter. It all went up my nose. Pills, broken up pills. About the only thing that didn't go up my nose was cannabis, and that got smoked. But that was a different time in my life. Time when I made a choice. Uh, I did a little cocaine with a syringe once, and that was all it took. At that point, I decided I was done with that. I wouldn't be doing it again. It was such a pleasurable experience, such a great experience that I knew that if I continued, I would go down a path that I didn't want to go to. So I said, nope, that was it. I was done. Susie, welcome. Yeah, Christy, you usually get sick when you stop cold turkey. Your body's just not designed for that. It tends to make you sick. Uh, Not only are you having withdrawal from the medication, because there is withdrawal even with cannabis, there is some withdrawal to the cannabis, to the medication cannabis. And I'm not talking about just THC, guys, talking about your terpenes and your other cannabinoids. Remember that other cannabinoids are generated as THCA is broken down into the many compounds that it goes. CBD is actually made, CBC is actually made in the process. So you are getting other cannabinoids besides THC when you break down your THCA. So all those cannabinoids, all that effect comes together, works together, and you get sick when you stop. However, you'd probably been okay had you continued to smoke and treat your withdrawal with cannabis. Lots of studies to support the decrease of withdrawal effects with the use of cannabis during withdrawal from hard drugs, other drugs, bad stuff. Let's see where we are. Come on, what's it going to do? That's not Johnny. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Damn. It stayed. Huh. Oh, shit, I got a whole bunch to listen to now. All right. Jeremy, love you, brother. Your longest relationship. Yeah, it does actually help with the with treatment of withdrawal symptoms. A lot of research that shows that it does lessens the withdrawal symptoms, makes them less severe. So that would always be a bonus, just making them less severe. Guys, please excuse my dress. I just literally something to throw on. Been around the house with my son. Had a great day with my son, so I early came in unprepared. This is Cannabis Strategies 101 with Professor Fields on the Mother Plant Network. I want to welcome all of you and give a shout out real quick to our sponsors. Our music sponsor is Johnny Randolph, Johnny and the Pistols on SoundCloud. Go get the SoundCloud app and download it, then look for Johnny and the Pistols, Pistils, Plant, the Pistols. Look him up and see his various and assorted. Oh, probably can't see that, can you? Oh, let's bring it back over here. Oh, no, it's too white. It's too bright. Uh, it's too bright. But anyway, this is the SoundCloud app. Uh, let's see, home. This is what it looks like on the home base. Let's see. Too bright. Okay, that's not going to work. Shit. Let me see if I can turn the brightness down real quick. Where's the screen? Display, adaptive, brightness level, adjust brightness of the screen. How about we go half bright? Okay. How about that? Is that better, guys? SoundCloud, is that better? You go out, substitute from Johnny and the Pistols. This is the home for SoundCloud. From here, you go to, see, you can go to Johnny and the Pistols, the substitute for Johnny and the Pistols. That's the cover. for Johnny and the Pistols on the SoundCloud, guys. All right. Other is the contractor from our contractor here at the mother plant. That is Robin Selig. Give him a call. 404 405 404 1636. 405 404 1636. Give him a call. And no job too big or small. He's only a phone call away. Let him give you a quote. Maybe he can get you help you get some of that stuff you want to get done. So give him a call, guys. Other than that, this is the Mother Plant Network. We're going to try to go in here in just a few more minutes and shut down so Billy can take over. Let's see. What do we have? Seeing a few on the flip-flop, brother. Good night, all, Heather. Good night. Good luck. Talk to your physician, please. Yeah, they'll be going here in just a sec. The mother plant. We'll shut down. We've got, okay. Well, I'm very pleased that you came around, that y'all have stayed with me. There's 9 people on my feed tonight. That's wonderful. I'm glad you stayed with me. I'm sorry it was as few as it was. Sorry I was unprepared. I just didn't get there tonight. Thank you for working with me on the conversation. Billy, thank you for setting me off. You knew how to do it. I love you, brother. It's all right. It happens. Krista, I'm glad you're back home. Robin, I'm glad you're feeling better, and I hope Miss April gets to feeling better soon. Everybody, I am glad y'all are here. I'm glad you've come out. Susie, welcome. Sorry you just joined here at the end. Raymond, I love you, brother. Give me a call. Please. Give me a holler. I'll talk to y'all later. This is Cannabis Strategies 101 with Professor Field signing out for the evening. In mother plant fashion, I think it's that we are smoking out, so we're going to smoke out. Maybe. Well, I got it unplugged. I'm trying to finish my cart, guys. It's almost empty. It's down there at the end. It's one that has leaked inside my holder and doesn't work well most of the time. I'm going to have to clean everything out pretty extensively because the cart leaked. Plus the fact that it's plugging up. So it's not really what I wanted when I got what I got. But soon it will be done and I will move on to a new cart. So does a strong indica work for you, Roger? Does it prevent you from having them? Does it just treat them when you do start having them again, brother? Do you take your medicine along with it, or is that the only medicine you take? Damn it, 5 more. Good night, Raymond. Take care, brother. We talk to you later. Robin, talk to you later. Have a great night. Krista, I'll see you in a few minutes. Talk to you in a little bit. Guys, we're ending the feed. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.